Hello, beautiful friends. I'm here today to help shining a light in something that's very confusing for a lot of people. There are in this path of healing, this path of personal growth, which is this message that we give that don't dwell on your emotions, on your negative emotions. Don't dwell in anger, don't dwell in fear, don't dwell in the hurt. And yet we say, especially as healers, teachers, say you need to feel your feelings. How many of you are confused about that message out there? Don't dwell on your feelings and allow yourself to feel. Well, I hope this clarifies a little bit. When do you know it's time to feel that fear? It's time to feel that sadness. We all very conditioned. Time and space, two devices that we experience, teaching devices that we experience in this human form. They're the triggers of our feelings. So let's say, how many of you feel lonely or sad in the evening when the noise decreases and you're alone, or you're in a partnership that you don't feel connection? When it's time for you to feel that hurt? If you track that, when do you know it's time to be sad? When do you know it's time to be angry? There is a trigger, there's a pattern in you that leads to that. So that's one thing, one strategy that will help you to start breaking those habits. So once you know when it's time to start dwelling in that negative emotion, you have a choice. I recommend that you change your habit. So let's say about 6 o'clock when you're done with work is usually the time that you want to reach out for the wine, for TV, for social media, because you want to numb the emotion inside you. Go do something different. You have to break the habits, like Dr. Joe Dispenza says, break the habits of being yourself. Go for a walk, do something completely different. That's gonna confuse the neural pathway. You're not gonna do the same habit that causes you to feel even worse. So go do something different, change the habit. So that's one thing you can do to not dwell on those emotions. Now, if you decide to heal the emotion, that's a different path. If you decide to heal the emotion, whatever the wound that is in your body, the belief, the perception that lives in your unconscious mind or subconscious mind that causes you to feel anxiety every day, to causes you to live in fear every day, then you work with a teacher, work with a healer, and then you start tracking what the root of the emotion is. And once you find, with the guidance of a good teacher, I teach this with my clients if you're interested. Once you find the root of the emotion, the key is to feel the emotion. But this is the nugget of this video. When you're feeling the emotion, it shouldn't be for much longer than 45 seconds to a minute. If you're there longer, you're gonna go into stories. And that's where people are getting very confused. Feeling the feeling is very different than going to stories. Feeling the feeling is a somatic experience. You might have a need to shake, you might have a need to scream, you might have the need to sob. Those are somatic ways to free the emotion. Emotion is energy, emotion. It's gonna free the energy from the body, but you need to stay with the emotion in the body. If you're there for much longer than a minute, you went into a story. So I would say, okay, interrupt the pattern and see if you can go back and feel. And if you can't, then, just go move your body, go do something that will help you to elevate your emotions. But this is the thing, this path is both. It's healing our emotions and also adopting behaviors that helps you to move. Like sometimes I wake up and right in the morning I think about something that will cause me worry, which leads to anxiety, leads to fear really. So I have my mantras that I say in the morning, and I sit every morning and I read the Course in Miracles. I go straight to a place where the teachings of the book elevate my emotions to a state of love, joy, gratitude. There's devotion in that. And a lot of times when I can't shake the emotions because I'm caught in the story, I go for a run, I go for a long walk. So to summarize this long video here, I wanted to just say both things are needed. Don't dwell into the negative emotions, because if you're dwelling there for more than a minute, you're no longer feeling. You are on your narratives, they're feeling the emotion, you're caught, you're trapped. So once you know you're trapped, you can get out of there. And the other thing, if you're interested in healing that persistent state, the persistent emotion of fear, hurt, sadness, grief, then you work through your meditation, or you work with a good teacher until you're comfortable doing that yourself, where you feel that, and you're there for about 45 seconds to a minute, allowing the emotion to move. You're going to have a somatic experience, and that's how you start liberating yourself from those old emotions. So I hope this video clarifies. And this is a long conversation. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Let me know, even in the comments, what you thought about this video. What do you do when you're caught in negative emotions or dwelling in negative narratives? What is your strategy? And if you're interested in exploring, really healing the root of the stories so you can be in your creative self, book a call today. I hope you have a great day. Mwah.